Hey, you all have watched the Black Miss Zhong Kui gameplay teaser, right? Probably many times, probably many reactions many times. However, just between those holy beep moments and forgotten breezes, maybe a question striking off and on. Who the hell is this guy? Who are we gonna fight as? Well, I've got some very authentic insider tips for you, just in case you wanna impress your foreign gaming homies. In a word, he is the most hardcore badass hero in Chinese folklore. And there are more words to come. Job lose, job win. Let's be real, everybody likes working with good-looking people, and Chinese emperors in history were no exception. If you have the absolute power to choose whose face you have to look at every morning, you'd pick a handsome crew too. Who doesn't want to dodge the Monday blues? Unluckily for Zhong Kui, in the legend recorded as far back as the Tang Dynasty, Emperor Xuanzong was notoriously picky about the looks of the officials around him. So picture this. Zhong Kui crushes national imperial exams, beats out thousands of competitors with his top-tier talent, and finally earns a direct face-to-face job interview with the emperor himself. The emperor takes one look at his face and goes, "Yikes, too ugly, offer revoked." Just like that, his dream job flies away, leaving him with nothing but sheer humiliation. Desperate and furious, Zhong Kui chose the most dramatic way to submit his resignation. He slammed his head against the palace pillar and died on the spot. Now, that is a powerful statement. But don't even think about having a peaceful, lazy retirement in the afterlife. No. That's not for us in one of the world's most hyper-competitive labor markets. When Zhong Kui checked in hell, Yan Wang was so stunned by his terrifying appearance that he immediately offered him a job: Chief Demon Exorcist. Yan Wang must have been overjoyed. Damn, this guy is a total genius, and his face is scary enough to traumatize evil ghosts. Hired. Boom. Job win. Too ugly to land a job in the royal palace. Too ugly to lose one in the underworld. He got promoted to CEO of Exorcism, doomed to a 1,000-year unpaid overtime shift, hunting bad spirits. Mission: Ghost Mukbang. Out of the reviewed trailers, 2 of them had a ridiculous amount of delicious cooking scenes. I suppose no one is too surprised, since we Chinese eat literally everything. Don't worry, you are not watching Black Miss Overcooked. Boiling some local demons to make creepy soup is a 100% authentic Chinese vibe. And I'm not even making this up. In his earliest recorded versions, Zhong Kui really did eat the evil spirits every time he defeated them. The original text describes him catching them with his bare hands, plucking out their eyeballs and eat them raw. That was his personal technique for eradicating evil. A kind of efficient mukbang for other ghosts watching. Fair warning, don't get caught by him. So honestly, cooking the monsters instead of eating them raw is just an updated, modernized version of the original. Ugly or not, that is the question. You might have noticed I kept on talking about Zhong Kui's look, judging his appearance. Not because I wanna demean the guy, not guilty, but because being ugly is his strongest core identity. It's a common sense for almost every Chinese person. We paste his scary portrait on the doors because his ugly face frightens away bad spirits and guards our homes. We love his ugliness because it keeps our family safe. So, if one day he suddenly appeared to be not ugly anymore, how would we even recognize him? That is currently the biggest mystery in Game Science's trailers. We have 2 totally different protagonists. One looks exactly like the Zhong Kui from traditional paintings, black face, thick beard, fierce expression, riding a tiger. The other somehow from the latest video is completely different. Lean, handsome, resilient yet serene, like any normal 侠客 from the 武侠 novel. And this guy seems to be the one players will actually control. Who is this? What's his relationship with Zhong Kui? To answer that, you need to understand Zhong Kui's story has been developed over thousands of years. There are tons of different variations and details. We could, however, track the exact inspiration down by checking the distinctive details. See the weapon of our guy? Zhong Kui, as I mentioned before, don't really have any weapon before the Song dynasty. Secondly, it's hard not to notice female characters in the trailers. One seems even quite intimate with our guy. There is only one significant female character who ever appears in Zhong Kui's stories, his little sister. This rules out all the variants before the Yuan dynasty. And most importantly, he is not ugly. Add these clues up, and they lead us to the final candidate, a script for the Chinese opera 天下乐嫁妹 from the 17th century. In this specific version, there is a prequel backstory. Zhong Kui was not born ugly. Originally, he was a handsome, charismatic, brilliant young scholar. On his way to the capital exams, he fearlessly stepped into a cursed ghost cave. He fought off hordes of toxic evil spirits but was exposed to demonic dark magic. That permanently burned and disfigured his face into that of a red-bearded, terrifying monster. Because of this cursed look, he lost his job in the palace, became head of exorcism, picked up a sword as his weapon, and this time around has a little sister back home. Which means the handsome swordsman in the gameplay trailer is very likely young Zhong Kui before he got disfigured in the ghost cave. I guess we will experience the whole process of Zhong Kui's life in the game following this law guideline. And our character will transform not just in combat, but in look too, across 2 stages. Ugly or not, we are Zhong Kui, or on our way to becoming him. Dying in a band. One of the most unforgettable themes in the trailer is Zhong Kui jamming out in a ghost band. Look at those skeletons immersing themselves in the music. Zhong Kui is sitting in the center, playing an ancient Chinese instrument, the Guqin. Even though his finger technique is completely off, but hey, cut him some slack. In ancient China, the Guqin wasn't just an instrument, it was the ultimate symbol of a refined scholar's soul. Just like equestrianism was to Western aristocracy. And here's a wild Easter egg. In that same 天下乐 opera, right before Zhong Kui returns home as a ghost, he specifically reminds his demon squad, "Don't forget to pack my Guqin, my exorcism sword, and my book trunk." Even after becoming the king of hell, he never abandoned his dream of becoming a scholar, nor his love for music. Talk about rocking out in the afterlife. Family protector. Now it's time to talk about Zhong Kui's family. The most important family member in his story is his little sister, Zhong Mei'er. In folklore, she was the opposite of Zhong Kui, extremely pretty. Before Zhong Kui left for his exams, his sister was already engaged to his loyal best friend, Du Ping. In fact, because the siblings were dirt poor, Du Ping actually funded Zhong Kui's entire trip to the capital. When Zhong Kui died unexpectedly in the capital, there were no other family members left to perform the traditional bride send-off ritual at her wedding. Without him, his sister would have walked into her new family as a lonely orphan, with no one to stand behind her. That became Zhong Kui's strongest motivation. Even after becoming a terrifying ghost god in hell, he took a night off, gathered a squad of ghost crew, brought his full band, and marched back to the mortal realm, just to give his sister the grandest, most dignified wedding ceremony imaginable. Whether this wedding will be playable in the game or not, now you know the true heart of Zhong Kui. He is a hero from humble roots. Despite facing extreme prejudice and unfairness, he devoted his entire existence to defeating evil and protecting normal people. He might look like a nightmare, but he brings peace and guards the ones we love. Let the sword clang, the tiger roar, and the ghost band play. Let's rock the hell over!